We took.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise and glory is unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harchakodash. It belong to our apostles, the bishops, the elders of the great millstone, and greetings, salutations, blessings, much love unto you. Hopefully, like Shalom unto you. You brush quiet with a video. Just want to go into this man is exposing E for taking land by violence. You know, it says right there. All right, including the land we're on now. I mean, he's going to go into it, but before I play this, let me get the disclaimer. Bear with me. All right, fair use, fair use, fair use. This is not for monetary value or anything like that, just for educational purposes. All right, fair use. All right, here we go.
We don't go to another country to bring democracy. We go there for their resources, oil, metals, cheap labor. We don't go to bring democracy. We took this land from the Indians. We stole it. After we stole all the land we need, we put up the sign, "Thou shalt not steal." Democracy is a con game. It's a word invented to placate people, to make them accept a given institution. All institutions sing, "We are free." The minute you hear freedom and democracy, watch out. Because in a truly free nation, no one has to tell you you're free. Well, this system right now is moving toward fascism, cutting back on the freedoms, what little freedoms we had. We never had complete freedom. Social change cannot come about due to intellect. It comes about by people suffering. And the more people that are laid off, the more they lose respect for an existing government, they will seek another direction. If there are too many people seek a new direction, then the existing government calls upon the military and police to manage society. That's called fascism.
Shalom. I want to start off by giving
all right. And brother went into it himself, but I'm gonna go into that particularly taking the lands part. Okay, this should be really quick. Well, I just got a few precepts. I just came to mind as I was scrolling through. And so let me get this in Micah 2. I'll start at 1, verse 1. Come on now. Here we go. All right, we'll go full screen. So this is Micah 2, and I'll start up at verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." And part of what that's applied to in this short video we just played was, they rape, rob, and steal, but then they turn around and tell you, "Thou shalt not steal." Then they pick the Bible up and say, follow these rules or we'll persecute with these rules. Okay, and they write laws after they've acquired and accomplished, and they still have loopholes. Okay, in the things they write. It says, when the morning is light, they practice it. Okay, so they come up with all these plans and schemes and ideas and traps and systems and pits, okay, through their governments, okay, which we know government is mind control. They set all these things up when they're in their bed, but then they dream about these things, and then when they wake up, or when they have the rulership, and they put it into plans. They don't care how the collateral damage, the casualties, they don't care about none of that. They just want to accomplish the plans. Okay, how could you, like times now, how could you tell Mexico to get out? How could you tell the natives to get out? How could you tell these people to get out when you came over here and this is their land? Well, I should say this is our land. Okay, this is our land. How you gonna tell us to get out? All right, but this is how they get down. Verse 2: they covet fields, okay, and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage, acting like, where are the natives supposed to go if they can't? Where you gonna kick them out when this is where they were? There's nowhere you can take them but back to the land of Israel, in the northern part of Palestine and Israel, the part they're over there, rape, robbing, and murdering over there for. Okay? Where could you take them if not there? Because they were here. They left from there to here. After Assyria. All right. Let's see if it's in another translation. Micah 2:2 in the NLT. When you want a piece of land, you find a way to seize it. When you want someone's house, you take it by fraud and violence. And they even do this. Trying to think what it's called. It's a term for it. They do this when they want to build a freeway or like they just did it right now over in Palisades in Altadena. Okay, we just watched this happen. This took people's houses, and now they can't go back to them. Okay, they take it by fraud and violence. You cheat a man of his property, stealing his family's inheritance, and there's a lot of that happened in that area, as well as in Altadena. Okay, this is what's happening. That's prime real estate. Now, are they going to get their money's worth? We'll see. We'll see. But the three most important things in real estate, though, is location, location, location. So you took away their location. It's cool you give them what the value was worth, but after you build up around it, what you're about to do by 2028, hey man, then what? Okay, how much is that land going to be worth? Okay, this is what happens in places like that. This is what goes on, man. Okay, this is how this man gets down, right? Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine. And what's that wine he transgressed by? His philosophies, the things that he dreams up in his sleep, like we're reading in Micah. Okay, or was that Habakkuk? This is Habakkuk. So in Micah 2, he dreams these ideas up, then he wakes up and puts them into words that he can rule by. Okay? It says he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. He don't just stick to where he should be at. He wants your land and his. Okay, he wants it all. He has an insatiable appetite. Look, it says it. Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. It ain't enough. No matter how much he gets, it ain't enough. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Okay, making himself all these people. Well, this is our land. We were the natives. We were the last of the Mohicans. We were, you just go on and on. You see that we're the JEW. We're all these people. Okay, and so we should have right to this land. We're the Greeks. We should have right to this land, which they were not the Greeks. We were the Romans. We should have right to this land. They were not the Romans. They had a plot of land in the mountains southeast of Israel. Okay, under Moab and Ammon. They had a land over there. Okay, where they were banished to. Okay, but this is not, Mount Seir. But this is not how they get down, man. They wanted it all. Okay. I'll just keep reading. Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his? How long? And it has to come a day when the Heavenly Father's had enough. Okay? Or he's had enough of this. Man getting down this way. Okay? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, it has heavy debt. Okay, you look at the debt clock and he's just running it up. You look at all the sins he's been able to rape, rob, and murder, and so on and so forth, witchcraft, and all these things that the Heavenly Father don't agree with. He's been able to just run up the tab and never getting paid back. Okay, but his day of judgment is to come. Okay, he just keeps stacking on debt after debt, just money, just printing money, just back to back to back. Okay, and he'll do it on your dollar. All right, it says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and those that shall be for booties unto them? Okay, your captives, your captives, and the oppressed that you oppress, hey, they're gonna rise up on you. But we're gonna get up out of this, being some of the oppressed and the captors, We're going to get out of this. The elect is going to get out by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's who's going to finish you, man. That's who's going to finish you. Okay, there's people who's going to rise up against you. World War III, the world's going to rise up against you. But at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai is going to come back and rescue the Israelites and take you completely off the map. Thus said in Isaiah the 63rd chapter. All right? It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood and for the violence of the land. This is what you do. Of the city and of all that dwell therein. Okay? Woe unto him that covet an evil covetousness to his house. You always want something that don't belong to you. That's what covet means. You want something that don't belong to you. You want something that's for somebody else. That he may set his nest, his resting place on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. He want to set himself up where he can't be touched. That's why the eagle is one of his many symbols. He loves that bald eagle. Okay? Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood, and established the city by iniquity. And that's why he established all of his cities with blood. He had to kill and to get it. Genocide. That's what the man was literally talking about. Okay? Literally what he was talking about. Straight to the point, Psalm 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling place to all generations. They called their lands after their own names. Yeah, even though other people were there, they called the land after their own names. They rename it after themselves, like they was the ones that was there. And when they can't do that, because people know the land, they'll name themselves the people that go from that land. Because lands are named after the people that live there. Okay, that's how it was done. That's why he went on and changed the names of certain places and put himself there. Okay? Africa wasn't Africa before he got there. Okay, that's not what it was called before. All right, you got to go into these names and see what they were. That when they were named, the Heavenly Father gave out everybody's plot of land, with who should have what land. But he went around the world looking for resources. Why? Because it was his birthright that Isaac gave him. It was a birthright. Okay, let me get it. I'll probably close on that. Okay, and this is Genesis 27, where Esau said to his father Isaac, this is Genesis 27:38, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, the resources, and the dew from heaven above. Okay? And that's why he feels he should have all the resources of the earth. I can go conquer this land and take it. When I want this out of it, I take it. And then you leave it with the man broke it down perfectly. Okay? This is this man's, he's fulfilling his biblical purpose. Okay, bringing violence to the earth. Is going to say it. And by the sword shalt thou live and serve thy brother. Not just Jacob, the other people of the earth, man. He served everybody with the sword. That's his number one negotiating tool. Is violence, man. Okay, and it shall come to pass that when thou have dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob for the blessing wherewith his father blessed him, because we get the kingdom of heaven and filled with everything, man. Always satisfied. Got everybody serving us. And the blessing, when you read up, the blessing was beautiful. Okay? But it was prophesied that we would get it. Okay? And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And he has no problem using that sword while he has the dominion to slay his brother Jacob and anybody else that gets in his way. And as we get closer and closer to these times, he knoweth he had but a short time. And then, the end of this thing, he's going to continue to slay more and more and more, because that's the work of the Father. Okay, the Father wants him to do that. He's that red horse in Revelation, and he was created. He made the wicked for the day of evil. Okay, so that's how this man gets down, man. He loves to take lands, and you have an Edomite. He said, "We." Okay, so you have an Edomite telling it. Okay, not that we know his nationality, but still, he said we. So hey, he was telling on them. And that's only one people that you can say that did that, man. Okay, that everywhere they went, this is what they did, and they particularly did it in this land here to the Native Americans. But then you tell them to go stand on this little reservation. Matter of fact, get out the land. I'm gonna deport you because you're violent. Hispanics, I know you had the Southwest and all of that, but you know what? Get out of here. You're violent. All right? This man is unreasonable. All right, so that was just something I wanted to bring out just because I was scrolling through. The brother broke it down. Excellent breakdown. But check it out. You saw where it was at. It was on TikTok. You can go back and pause and get the info to look it up. But Lord, when is edifying, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Shem, to the next one, Shalom.